Good evening, everybody. This is Dr. S. Vaishnavi, Assistant Professor from the Department of Full Stack Web Development from the college, Dr. SNS College of Arts and Science. Today, we are going to see about NMAP texture mapping in graphics and animation. So, texture mapping is a technique in graphics and animation where a 2D image texture is applied to the surface of 3D object to add a detail and realism without increasing the complexity of the object underlying geometry. The process using UV coordinates to map pixels from the texture onto specific points of the 3D model, stimulating various materials like wood, metal, or fabric, and improving the visual appeal of virtual environments. How it works means in UV mapping, texture application, and also surface detailing. So in UV mapping, each vertex of a 3D model is assigned in UV coordinates, which acts as a reference point of the texture. So in texture application, it works according to the UV coordinates by wrapping the 2D texture image into a 3D model by applying the color and also the properties of object which is presented in the surface. So surface detail includes the geometric creation of an image with the details and also texture which provides with detail, allowing for simpler models while achieving a photorealistic or stylish results. So we are going to see in detail about this topic. So we'll move on to the next slide. So next slide is understanding NMAP texture mapping in graphics and animation, where it is an exploring the essential technique that brings reflection of digital world. So that's called texture mapping. So let's also see about the types. So here is image-based lighting. Image-based lighting is a sophisticated technique that stimulates reflections or 3D surface using pre-computed environmental textures, and also it also helps in gaming animation. Gaming is an adding realistic details to gaming environments like games like Subway Surfers, Temple Run. These are some examples. And animation also like varied surface qualities for animated characters, where characters in games also we can say. So architectural visualization is generating a detailed facades for building and also interiors. So I have given an image. So currently every architecture is building in a graphic method of engineering. So they are using for that purpose also. We'll move on to the fourth slide. So it explains about the visual realism. Visual realism is nothing but an artificial thing we are objecting in a graphics method. So environmental mapping transforms that into convincing material by stimulating how object naturally reflects their surroundings, creating believable shining material and also the glass and ripping water surface. So it is texture mapping is in graphics and animation means actually it's creating a tiles-like structure in a computer graphics. So we are creating a natural image into a artificial image in structure of natural image. That's called as visual realization. It will be looking like an original, but it's the duplicate form of image. So we'll move to the next slide. So also we can use NWeb mapping for the technical foundation like environmental capture, reflection vector, and also texture sampling. Texture sampling is a reflection vector is used to sample the appropriate portion of environmental texture, determining the reflected colors. So in gaming excellence, as we have seen before, so gaming excellence is a source engine gaming visuals with NWeb parameters enabling dynamic reflection and also transparent glasses response to environmental changes. So we can see here as a diffusion map and also a normal map. So bump map, roughness, glossy maps and spectrum, these are the kind of maps we are using to modify our image into a realistic image. So diffusion map is nothing but a basic map defining the model of the base color and also a pattern. Normal map refers to high polygon geometric for fine details of a normal map with the illusion is called as normal map and also called a bump map. A bump map is a version of a normal map that uses a grayscale. Grayscale method is a black and white image. It will use only black and white image to create an illusion or surface. It does not have much detail about the normal map. And also roughness or glossy map is nothing but a grayscale map. It smoothes the rough surface to affect how the light is reflected. So specular map is nothing but a non-metallic surface containing the color of an intensity of highlights. This is called a specular map. Metalless map is used to in grayscale map to determine the parts of the surface with which is metal and which is not metal. This is called as metalless map. And also we have an opacity map. Opacity map is a grayscale map texture that controls the transparency of the surface. So these are the kinds of maps we are going to use in graphical field. So next we are going to see about actually we have seen these types of maps before this slide. I have explained you. So I am going to skip in the next PPT. So this is creating and implementing NWeb maps. So here is we are capturing the process. Next one is engine integration. So in graphics we can capture a camera as a 3D 360 effect, also in 2D and 3D version also. So you can for example you can take a Google map which can capture all the angles and also in 360 kind of method. So that's the new updation of graphical animation. The future of NWeb maps. The NWeb maps has an AI generated environment. Yes, it will support the environmental with AI. So and also with graphics. So hybrid ray tracing. So up to date we are using tiles and marbles in a paint coated and also woodens that are coated in that is coated like a marble, but it's an unrealistic image of marbles, and we are using as a natural image by coloring and giving more colorful and more realistic image by using graphics and animation. And also we are doing many gaming animation with the use of graphic animation. And also here we are using for GAT, we are graphic animation texturing, we are using the open source software that is called Blender. So we are using that and improving our realism and realistic image for day-to-day world and environment. So this is my explanation of texture mapping in graphics animation. Thank you. Hope you have enjoyed my video. Thank you. Stay